The general community is not aware of this, and even when presented with the information, would just call me some kind of conspiracy theorist. But buckle up, hold on. I'm going to give you some compelling facts that dinosaurs and humans coexisted in recent history. Before we get into that, I want you to like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, ding the bell to get notifications, kick the dog, and go to the Patreon page and subscribe to that for $5 a month to support me as a full-time ministry, which I definitely am. So, that being said, let's get started. Let's first start by talking about the ancient engravings of dinosaurs on, ancient Hindu temples, cave drawings, ancient artwork, ancient Peruvian burial stones, for instance, have dinosaurs drawn on them, which are identical to the dinosaurs presented in modern-day science curriculum textbooks. And the reason for that is because dinosaurs were being seen by humans in relatively recent history. We know that dinosaurs did not go extinct 65 million years ago because of the fact that fresh tissue and blood cells have been found in dinosaur bones, which even under the most favorable artificial circumstances in a laboratory, which you can preserve a blood cell through, like with iron, for instance, even under the most favorable conditions, you cannot get DNA or blood cells to last more than 10 to 20 million years. But it's been found in strata that is at least 65 million years old, according to their own radiometric dates. And in nature, it's never been found to last any longer than 10,000 years. So dinosaurs did not go extinct 65 million years ago, unless you're going to trust the radioactive elements, such as carbon-14 is one way to calculate an age of an artifact, and it can only last 100,000 years. That's the half-life, okay? So after 100,000 years, you will not have any carbon-14 left in any sample of anything on the world. If an animal such as a dinosaur takes in carbon-14 by eating plants, well, then that carbon-14 will enter from the atmosphere into the plant and then into the dinosaur. Once the dinosaur dies, it stops taking in carbon-14, and so once the carbon-14 begins to decay, it can only last for 100,000 years. So how's it being found in dinosaur bones that are 65 million years old when carbon-14 cannot last more than 100,000 years, and the blood cells themselves cannot last for more than 10,000 years on any natural environment that can be found on planet Earth today? So dinosaurs and humans have coexisted. They have found dinosaur and human footprints, okay, that are in a left to right consecutive pattern, in the same layer, intersecting dinosaur and human footprints. So it doesn't seem to be that they went extinct 65 million years ago. One of the theories on how they went extinct long ago and far away is an asteroid impact, which can also be explained by the geophysics of a global flood. But, many scientists would contradict that, and one of the theories that's being presented in prestigious literature is that dinosaurs farted themselves into extinction. So that's what you have to defend if you're going to believe they went extinct 65 million years ago. So then, how do you explain this? If dinosaurs have lived with human in recent history and have gone extinct relatively recently, within the last 10,000 years, based on the DNA, within the last 100,000 years, based on the carbon-14 detection in the bones, then what happened to them? Well, the Bible gives us an answer. It says that everything got on the ark 4,500 years ago and then got off of the ark about a year later after a global flood, and then repopulated the world. And so about 4,500 years ago, you start out with a bottleneck of various kinds of dinosaurs, and then they repopulated the world. And that might sound ridiculous that you could fit all of those animals onto that boat, but you gotta realize Noah's 600 years old. By the time that he built that boat, he's probably smart enough to figure out that you could probably bring either dinosaur eggs or little dinosaur babies. You don't have to bring the biggest ones. I mean, the big dinosaurs are big, but the little ones are little, so it's not rocket science or anything. You just make sure you get a pink one and a blue one. That'll be important later. Keep the woodpeckers in a cage. They might be a problem, but anyways, no problem getting a dinosaur, a bottleneck of two kinds of dinosaurs to repopulate the world. The problem would be getting a dinosaur from a rock, and that's actually what evolution theory teaches, because they say that, long ago and far away, the Earth started out as hot molten mass, which slowly cooled over millions of years and produced gas clouds. Those gas clouds rained on the rocks and turned them into soup, and then the soup came alive, and over 3 billion years evolved from a single cell into a dinosaur. But the Bible offers a more logical explanation, which is that after they repopulated the world of dinosaurs, after they repopulated the post-flood Earth, they went extinct sometime after that, probably mostly due to human causes, like poaching, which is common even today. They're going to harvest the organs, they're going to harvest anything that they can, especially the skeletal structure, for pride, to put up as props in their house. People do this with deer heads and stuff all the time, and then many ancient recipes call for dinosaur blood. So you're going to hunt them for food, also for territory. No one wants to live next to a dinosaur. You're going to drive the creatures out, and they're naturally going to run away to where humans don't live anyways. That's what panthers and stuff today do. There could be some dinosaurs still alive that haven't gone extinct, such as pterodactyls reported in Kenya, Africa, which will come and dig up your corpses if you don't bury your dead deep enough. They come out like vultures. And the Machilium bimbe, long-necked dinosaur,